Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we will analyze which tax saver instrument is best considering its return and lock-in period. And the instruments that we are considering are tax saver FD, PPF and ELSS. Secondly, a chart will be shown which will explain the long-term capital generation when we are using these three instruments. And thirdly, perpetual cycle of ELSS. This is the key highlight of the video and do not miss that part. Fourthly, my advice on how to do the investment for ATC section of tax. So our first instrument is tax saver FD, that is giving a returns of 6.5% per year and with a lock-in period of 5 years. Whereas PPF gives a interest rate of 7.1% per year, but it has a long lock-in period, that is 15 years. And thirdly, ELSS comes. That is my favorite investing instrument, which gives a return of 15 to 25% per year according to the past data. And the lock-in period is just 3 years. The lock-in period of the instrument that we are considering are 3 year, 5 year and 15 year. So we will compare how much wealth will be generated in a matter of 15 years. And the reason for choosing 15 year is because 15 is the least common multiple of 3 year, 5 year and 15 year. I will start with FD. If you keep 1.5 lakh as an FD at a rate of 6.5% per annum, at the end of the 15 year, you will generate 3.9 lakh rupees. Similar story for PPF. If you are investing 1.5 lakh in PPF, after 15 year, you will get 4.2 lakh rupees. And finally, if you are investing in ELSS, which is giving 20% of returns, and if you are putting 1.5 lakh, at the end of 15 year, you will get 23.1 lakh rupees. Even if the ELSS perform bad and it gives only 15% returns per year, after 15 years, you will get 12.2 lakh rupees. Again, these are the wealth or money generated at the end of 15 year by investing single lump sum of 1.5 lakhs in these three instruments. The final amount that I am telling are mere numbers, so I will show how the wealth compounds in a graphical method. As we can see, this is a graph for tax saver FD, PPF, ELSS at 20% and ELSS at 15%. So we can clearly see from the graph that tax saver FD gives a lesser returns. The graph is not at all going up. It is more or less like a straight line. And the same story for PPF. It is giving 7.1% and it gives 4.2 lakhs. And in case of ELSS with 20% and 15%, the returns goes exponential and it generates 12.1 lakh or 23.1 lakh according to the returns that we are getting. Now one might think how easy it is to generate money. I will say yes, it is easy to generate money. Then some people might doubt, then why people are not doing it? The answer is people find it difficult to take the decision. Yes, taking decision is the hardest part. Once the decision is made, everything else is simple and super easy. I repeat, deciding to put ELSS is the toughest part in investing. Perpetual cycle of ELSS. Now we have reached the most important and exciting part of the video, and it will be great if I get your undisturbed attention for 2 to 3 minutes. For explaining the perpetual cycle, we will go to the Excel and imagine A1, A2 and A3 are the 1.5 lakh investment that you are making for ELSS for getting the tax exemption. And suppose you are putting the 1.5 lakh, that is A1, on January 1st of 2022. You got a tax exemption and you are happy. And on January 1st of next year, that is 2023, the first investment will become 1.2 times of A1 and you will be adding an additional A2 for getting tax exemption. And on January 1 of 2024, you will be putting another 1.5 lakh, that is A3. And your account currently sums up 1.2 into 1.2 into A1 and 1.2 into A2 and A3. Now on the fourth year, you have your first investment A1 getting matured and it becomes 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2 times A1. So again on the fourth year, you need to put 1.5 lakhs for getting tax exemption, right? But I am saying here the perpetual cycle of ELSS starts. That is, the amount that we have put in the first year, that has become 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2 into A1, that will be matured and the same money you can use for investing in that year for getting tax exemption. So on the fourth year, you didn't invest any extra money to get the tax exemption. Similar story in the fifth year. You had put A2, that is 1.5 lakh in the second year, and it will become matured in the fifth year. And fifth year again you need to put additional 1.5 lakh for getting tax exemption, and you can use this 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2 A2 for putting AFI, that is more than 1.5 lakh, which is required for putting into ELSS. And this keeps on going. A perpetual cycle of ELSS is made. What is the cost of making that ELSS cycle? Just 4.5 lakhs rupees. 1.5 lakh of tax exemption for your entire life. Even if you can manage it with 1 lakh per year, because the 1 lakh that you are putting in the first year will become multiplied in the fourth year. So it will come around 1.5 lakh approximately. I am very sure this have added to your knowledge, and if it is so, post the video and hit that like button. Now we have come to the summary of the video. I will discuss what we have learned in this video. First, we saw the returns and the lock-in period of various tax instruments, that is tax saver FD having a 6.5% of returns with 5-year lock-in period, and PPF having a returns of 7.1% with 15-year lock-in period, and ELSS which is having a variable returns of around 20% and having a lock-in period of only 3 years. Then we saw the graph of wealth generation, and thirdly we saw the perpetual cycle generated by ELSS. This is the reason why I love ELSS. Now comes the last part of the video, methods of investments. First method is putting your entire money, that is 1.5 lakh in ELSS. Currently I am doing it. I will be happy if you further learn about ELSS and understand the risk and returns better and invest in it. And the second method is investing 50,000 in tax saver FD, 50,000 in PPF and 50,000 in ELSS. I'll be more happy, or I can say I'll be most happy if you choose this second method. Why? Because you are going to explore all these 3 instruments and you are going to choose the instrument which suits most to your risk appetite. That's all for today's video. This is Anubin Binjoy signing off. Bye bye. If you are getting a returns of 25% per year, how many years it will take for you to double your capital? I will say 3 years.